Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about how there is a new update available for Grand Theft Auto Online to preload the new DLC. We'll also be talking about when the update is coming out so you can play it as early as possible, and some new leaked information from some reputable verified sources. So at least if you're on the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 and you load it up over the weekend, you should have noticed that there was a brand new Grand Theft Auto Online update available. And a lot of people first saw this and said, wait a minute, is the DLC coming out early? Is it coming out before everyone else? Is PlayStation getting sort of an early release access? The answer to that is no. It's simply a preload. Now on the PlayStation 5, the size is 5.5 gigabytes, and on PlayStation 4, it's 2.291 gigabytes. So if you have either of these systems, it is my highest recommendation that you get this preload started, because essentially what this is going to allow you to do is the second Rockstar turns the key and says, okay, the update is ready to go live, you're basically just going to be able to jump on immediately. You're not going to have to wait for the update to download. And as you saw from those file sizes right there, 5.5 gigabytes and 2.291 gigabytes, that could take a decent amount of time. Depending on your internet speed, it could take minutes, it could take hours, it could take multiple hours. That's time wasted that you won't be able to enjoy the new content and are basically just going to have to be sitting there saying, well, what am I going to do now? Now, if you're wondering why it's bigger on the PlayStation 5, well, that's because all of the assets are just slightly of a higher quality. All the textures, all the audio files, and because of that, they're a little bit bigger. You can see it's roughly about twice the size of what's on the PlayStation 4. So again, it is my highest recommendation that you download this preload so that when the time comes, you can basically just jump into the action. What this does is it allows you to download like 99.999% of the game, and then when Rockstar gives you that last 0.001%, you're ready to jump on in. Now, unfortunately, it looks like PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 is the only systems that allow you to do this. So, unfortunately, if you're on an Xbox One or Xbox Series X or S or even PC, this isn't something that you're going to be able to do. I don't know why Rockstar doesn't do this on the Xbox. Maybe it's a Microsoft thing, and I'm not sure why they don't do it on PC. Maybe there's a particular reason for that, of course, probably to avoid leaks. And that's actually a perfect segue to what I want to talk about next, and that is the release time of the update. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone in the world. This is typically how Rockstar does things via a global rollout. So, for example, if you're on the East Coast of the United States, it should be coming out around 5 a.m. If you're on the West Coast of the United States, it should be coming out around 2 a.m. If you're in the UK, it should be coming out around 10 a.m. or anywhere else in Europe, it's primarily going to be around 11 a.m. And then you can see all the other locations around the world. If you live in Sydney, Australia, 7 p.m. New Zealand, it's going to be 9 p.m. So I will leave a link to this in the description. This is created by Ben or Videotech on Twitter. So it's a pretty useful chart. Basically, just find where you are in the world and you'll be able to say, all right, it's coming out at 2 a.m. or it's coming out at 5 a.m., 10 a.m., whatever the time might be. Now, if you guys are not on the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4, one thing I would do is as soon as the update becomes live, even if you can't necessarily sit down and play it, just get the thing downloaded. That's usually the thing that takes the longest amount of time, is getting the thing downloaded and installed. So even if you can only hop on for 5 minutes, get the download started, and then when you can come back and play the game, you'll just be able to jump right on it. That would be my highest recommendation. Now, a couple more bits of information. Rockstar actually clarified what the new register as a boss option was going to be about. It is not going to merge both organizations and motorcycle club roles, but is instead going to offer a new streamlined way in the interaction menu to select either one or the other. And this has been clarified on the Newswire as well, as now it says a new register as a boss option will be added in the interaction menu to make it quicker and easier to start an organization or a motorcycle club. So it is not going to be combining VIP, CEO, and MC clubs. It's just going to make it easier to register as one. Basically, you'll have to click less buttons in order to start a CEO or an MC club, which that part is quite nice. Now, another bit of information that can be revealed on the Newswire, and this is actually revealed on the non-English versions of the Newswire. We know the manufacturer of the brand new fighter jet, the F-160 Raiju, and that is going to be Mammoth. So Mammoth is the creator of the Hydra, the Tula, so it's no shock that they are going to be creating the F-160 Raiju as well. Now, last but not least in this video today, we need to talk about some new leaked information. This is coming from a user, Floorball. We've talked about his content in the past, also coming from a group called The Council. He posted this. Hello, people. As you know, it's harder to leak or data mine stuff nowadays, but we at the Council have some small stuff for you. Here we go. As you may have noticed from the trailer and read from the Newswire, the Avenger will gain a new exclusive slot in the hangar. Going on to say it's a new model called the Avenger 3 and has manned cannons just like the original Avenger. The new upgrade brings its missiles and miniguns. The Kanata is also an entirely new model called the Kanata 2. The new weaponized model will have new missiles and miniguns the same way as the Avenger. Both the Avenger and weaponized Kanata are most likely upgrades at Charlie's workshop inside the hangar. Emphasis on likely. It's possible the Kanata is a separate purchase akin to how the Sea Sparrow and its weaponized model works. After that, slightly more event/login clothing unlocks compared to Drug Wars. The drip feed is going to be long. No new tattoos. It's looking very likely that we won't receive any new hangar slots. And they said they might post more information later. They might not. As of me recording this video, which is just before noon on Monday, June 12th, no new information has come about. So a couple things to break down here. The Avenger is going to get its own executive and exclusive slot inside of the hangar. So that's where it's going to be stored going forward. It's also going to be a new model, the Avenger 3. Now it looks like the Avenger and the Kanata are going to get new models. I can kind of see this being similar to what you do to a Benny's car when you bring it and it goes from a sports car to a supercar. It's an entirely new model that Rockstar has to create. It's not just an update to the existing Avenger. So the Avenger is going to get missiles and miniguns and has the manned cannons just like the original. And same with the Kanata. It's going to have missiles and miniguns just like the new Avenger. And I've been talking about over the last couple of weeks since this info arrived that you probably want to get yourself a hangar because in order to get these upgrades done, they're going to have to be done at Charlie's workshop inside of the hangar. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get any more storage for the hangar, so it looks like that's still going to be capped at 20 total aircraft, regardless of their size. It'll also be interesting to see what size the Avenger is given, or if it's put in a special slot so it doesn't even have a size category. And then other parts of the update that are slightly interesting. No new tattoos, which I don't know how many people love the new tattoos. There's so many of them in the game, but it looks like there's going to be a lot of clothing unlocks coming in this DLC, way more than the Los Santos Drug Wars one. And if you think about it, that makes sense because this update has got to last us really all the way until December when Rockstar does the winter or Christmas 2023 update. So if you think about it, it's got to last a long time, a little bit longer than the Los Santos Drug Wars update, so it's not surprising that the drip feed is going to be pretty big. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today as Rockstar is getting ready for the new update in Grand Theft Auto Online by letting us preload on the PlayStation 4 and PS5, when to expect the update as it's going to be coming out on its traditional times throughout the world, some new details that Rockstar have clarified on the Newswire and even accidentally, and some leaked details on what to expect for the San Andreas Mercenaries expansion. So again, let me know what you think about everything we discussed in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go and enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.